Hi. Have you ever played something that makes you want to um lie down after a little bit? Have you ever fought certain bosses that are so excruciatingly annoying and or difficult that you start to develop male pattern baldness? Well, I have an amazing story for you today. Or well, within the next couple of weeks, because here you won't see too much difficulty. This is Terraria Calamity pre-hard mode. Hello, hope you had fun reading. Anyways, I explore around for 10 seconds and find a AI spherical Roomba that is here to crush my dreams. But, you know, I eventually dismantle it like the clanker it is. I find its scrapped components, obviously, and I find its battery. Today I'll be beating Terraria, but every time I die, I'm going to be drinking fucking battery acid. Anyways, this is the clad crab. I throw bricks at it, figuring out that bricks are pretty strong. It dies. Anyways, I decided to make some insta-housing for my my people. Because I'm such a good and well-intentioned human being. Trust. Hi there. I'm back after watching Mommy ASMR, and I'm currently drinking a milkshake. Anyways, what's up? You want to see something really cool?
There we go. Yeah, we're doing fucking dungeons. Yeah, I ain't no pussy.
You hear that, boys? I said I wasn't a pussy. God, I'm gonna wish I was, because if I knew the ass whipping, like the actual seismic, absolute ground-breaking ass beating I was going to get from Exomax. Anyways, I got G-checked by some like jungle slime, red slime. I get a furnace, some tungsten bars, you know, basic game progression stuff. I decided to then explore to the tundra or taiga or whatever the funk anyone's going to call it. Yeah, we have to be PG here. No, I didn't say ass whipping earlier. That was in your dreams, anyways. I fight a floating Roomba, and I find a shack that's been destroyed by time, and well, the effects of time and stuff, you know. Yeah. Anyways, I make a blunt wolfram knife. Go exploring, getting a life crystal. And then, I get G-checked by a jungle bat. Ah! Sup. It's a new day. You know how it would be. But it's probably only been like 4 minutes for you guys. So I am now exploring some more. I found a really cool cosmetic item. I actually really liked it, I just didn't use it for long. And then I found... No. There's actually some really cool stuff here. Why is it always this, brother? I really want this. That looks so cute and adorable. So anyways, after making that discovery, because, you know, I'm poor and I can't buy shit, I get G-checked by another jungle bat. I go back into the jungle caves, I get some more life crystals, I explore, I get G-checked by a jellyfish. God damn it! I find some diamonds, and then I finally get the crystalline. I love this weapon. This is the first weapon that really made me realize that I was going to love the weapons in Terraria Calamity. The Calamity mod brings so many really cool weapons. If there is one main takeaway, the weapons are probably the key factor of what makes this so fun, other than some of the new bosses. And I decided, after all this time of making progress, I decided I'm going to make a little humble abode in the taiga. I personally love the taiga. I love winter. I don't know about you guys. I just like it a lot. My room is abnormally hot, and I just really enjoy the cold. Because it gives me a break from the abnormal heat that comes from my room. Like, I mean, I have a fan on the entire time, which is the main reason why I have my audio cut, and also because the audio is really scuffed, which it fixes out a bit later, but I still keep it down because the music from bosses and stuff like that, because I never turned it down until, like, you'll probably realize that I turned down the music in-game once I reach, like, Exomex, which you won't be seeing in this video. So that's just a thing. And that's, like, late Exomex. That's, like, late in my attempts. You'll see Exomex whenever the video is, like, out. But right now I'm working on this video, obviously. So far the base is coming together nicely. I'm just placing stuff. I also have magic storage, as you can see. I decided to use housing for houses. I then make a third floor, and I really like the ice, at like the floorboards. It gives like a sense of like age to the building, like it's kind of old, very similar to the runes that are below this very house. I decided to place some beams and a campfire, which I really like, and also you'll notice that I have that, like, music box on, the one that they give you at the very beginning from the starter bag. I have that on the entire time. I love it, it's really cool, I like it a lot. And then, we now have our first boss. I scramble and try and make a really, well, small arena. You'll see. And I thought I was just gonna die. I was not ready for it. I was not prepared. And I'll let the fight do the talking.
wow, I did it.
That's right. I did do it. I don't know how, but I did. Anyways, not long after that, I decided to try and get our first rogue armor set, and yes, I know there's actually one before that, but I didn't know that. Don't eat me alive. I know that there's going to be rogue mains that are going to see this video, and they're going to destroy me. They're going to tell me that there was an armor set before this. And I'm sure that there was. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is. I just didn't find it. Maybe there isn't, but like... anyways, I'm going after the sulfuric armor, or the sulfurous armor, which is gotten from the acid rain event, and more specifically, acidic wood and sulfurous scales. So I make a little platform near the sulfuric sea, above the sulfuric water, and I get to killing enemies. Which, these are like the skyfin whatever dudes, but after I'm done with the event, I make the sulfurous armor. I really like this armor. In fact, I loved it. I loved the double jump it gave you, and this is my first experience with stealth, finally, which is the main mechanic for Rogue, which I think is really cool because of how interactive it is. So yeah. So, you're probably noticing something. My character looks a lot different. That's because I did a lot of stuff I didn't record. And get used to that white anime petite girl, because I'm going to be looking like that for the rest of the playthrough. I'll put the King Slime lore now. Yeah, I know. So after we're done fighting the Desert Scourge, I go back to base, of course looting the Desert Scourge and sorting through my goodies, and we also found a rogue weapon from it, which I test out pretty soon. I'm still looking at my gear, whatever. I look at the traveling merchant's wares and buy pantyhose. I then test out my cool weapon, as I said I was going to earlier, the Scourge of the Desert. And then my dumbass goes to the ocean to try and search for an area called the Sunken Sea. I don't know why I went to the ocean first. I should have went to the desert, which I now do, after 30 minutes, or 40 minutes, and you're probably wondering, what was that tiny dagger floating above my head? A summon, and you still see it. It's flying around and killing things. Don't get mad at me. Anyways, I now enter the Sunken Sea and fight the giant clam. An illustrious monster that I want to kill. And I eventually get to what I believe to be the main area of the Sunken Sea and fight the giant clam. And eventually, with a continued fight with the giant clam, it soon falls. Which then frees a person called Midas, the Sea King. And I buy a weapon from him, which I believe is called the Sand Dollar, after browsing a bit. I then decide to fight another giant clam. I awaken it, but I then kind of realize that there was some repercussions to this, as you now see the clam army just hurtling itself towards me within the depths of this sea. I eventually defeat the clam army, or well, most of its forces, and I start, well, wailing on the giant clam, like I've always done. Until I kill a second one. And then I kill a third. I then travel to the truffle shroom, like, underground area. I think it's like the underground truffle biome, I think it's called. Underground truffle. Because I'm getting ready to fight a boss called Crabulon. With my preparations in order, I summon Crabulon. Not too long after the defeat of Crabulon, a goblin army begins to approach from the west. Then they arrive, and I think, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just let the game play. Just take over with some calming music at the back. I just think that I should. I don't know why. I just feel it right. So, I guess enjoy. Music, yeah! Also, I would like to kind of know if you, like, have any recommendations for games I should play or do challenge runs of. It'd be really nice. Just thought I'd kind of put this in while I can. My ass is so tired. Upon the defeat of the Goblin army, I decided to then browse some of the stuff I got from defeating Crabulon, and we got fungi. Or shroomy. I make Hermes boots, and then I set out to kill Crabulon some more. Upon the travels back, I find the Goblin Tinkerer. I quickly buy a Tinker's Workshop and some rocket boots, and then I reforge my Scourge of the Desert to be serrated, and I think I make, I reforge my Crystalline to Superior, and I continue to move ahead. probably wondering why I'm killing Crabulon. It's actually for a weapon called the Myco Root and the Clomerang. But I don't get it here. So I decide to fight Crabulon again. Until eventually slaying Crabulon. And finally getting the Myco Root. I really like this weapon. It's fast, it's really cool. Eventually, after killing Crabulon again, I then get the Clomerang. And nope, I'm not gonna show anything of the Clomerang because I literally only use it for around 3 swings or like 10 swings, and I never use it again. Like, there's only like one other time than the initial time I got. Okay, anyway. Whatever. So eventually I start exploring the Crimson and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Falling down a really deep and dark hole, I find a really cool skull with a little chest, and it has a cool thing called a Crimson Key and a Crimson Effigy, and I steal all of it. It is now under ownership of me. I now own it. It's mine. Exclusively, it is owned by me. It is for me, gifted to me, and whatever. And I make a really cool arena. Being a dumbass, I put it around the skull, and I never thought to actually bomb it. And it doesn't work out. It's so dumb. I don't know why I did this. This is so stupid. Like, why does this exist? Why is this my choice? You know what? I'll let you watch. I'll let you watch. after being defeated by the Brain of Cthulhu, I go back to the dungeon and begin to construct an arena. After I'm done constructing the arena, I summon the Brain of Cthulhu. Having another loss like this really set the tone that this was the first boss that I was having a lot of difficulty on. But I still jumped in yet again, ready to attempt once more. There are many things in this world that can help people overcome challenges, but mine's quite simple. Determination. After the very tiny hellhole that the Brand of Cthulhu was, I gave myself a short reprieve, and soon, not long from now, I'll be jumping back into the fray. After losing to the Perforators, I expand my arena and jump right back into the attempts, fighting them yet again. So, I don't know how to tell you this. I didn't record, the time where I beat Perforators. Nor did I record whenever I defeated Queen Bee. I do not make up on the fact of Queen Bee. However, what I do end up doing, excuse me, is I fight Perforators. Again. With area light stuff. But, you know, it isn't much different. I mean, please don't hurt me. Please. I beg for your mercy. I already hear the torches outside of my house. Please. Please, just don't hunt me. After all the reading and the defeat of the Perforators again, I then challenge Skeletron. With the defeat of Skeletron, I was able to freely explore the dungeon. Going into the depths, I then found the mechanic. After finding them, I explore deeper, finding goodies by smashing the skulls that have been left behind, and killing the many bony opponents down here. I didn't really open up any of the chests, nor did I stay too long, because I met a unfortunate and very abrupt ending, we'll say, by getting G-checked by an angry Bones. Going back and making the overloaded sludge, which spawns our next boss, the Slime God. After the defeat of Slime God, I use an electrolyte gel pack for more damage in adrenaline mode, and further damage reduction. I then make Statagel armor, which, to be honest, the effect is kinda weird. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was just like a double jump. But I'm pretty sure it had more horizontal, like, capabilities than the sulfurous armor. So it's a better double jump, but anyways, I make the gel pick, want more purified gel, which you get from the Slime God, so I decide to fight Slime God yet again. After the Slime God was defeated, I made the Gel Dart. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really use this thing from what I remember. I don't really remember it that much. Anyways, I went down to the Demolitionist and browsed his wares and came across dynamite. So I bought a bunch of it. After buying 50 megatons of TNT, I made a instant elevator, and it worked, but not quite well enough. Anyways, exploring down the elevator I had made, I eventually find a Drayden's Forge, and my dumbass goes right past the Onyx Excavator for the entire playthrough. So, you know, I get some cool items from the Drayden Lab Forge thing. Anyways, continuing downward, we eventually make it to our destination. Hell. Yeah, hell. The hell. Anyways, I start exploring hell. We find a couple demons, some cool housing, and yeah, all is good. So I just start traversing hell, looking at what I need to do and whatever, and one thing I do grab is a Hell Forge. Eventually, I reach I really don't know what this is, but I believe it might be called the Brimstone Garden or something. You know what? Sounds cool. We'll call it that. I might be wrong, though. I probably am. I explore around a bit, get G-checked by Brimstone Inferno, and I start to actually expand my home a bit. So, you know, I'll leave a quick montage here for you guys to watch. I eventually go back down into hell, and I started to mine all the buildings for obsidian bricks. I am currently trying to make an obsidian instabridge across all of hell, so we can eventually fight our next target, the Wall of Flesh. The master of all spirits and souls, and the entrance. The master that unlocks the key to hard mode. I create my obsidian instabridge, and it spans across all of hell. I traverse it, find a voodoo demon, collect the guide voodoo doll, and summon the Wall of Flesh. Brother, what? So anyways, I mined every single ceiling in hell. Yep, every single one. Gone, destroyed, dismantled, obliterated, eviscerated, completely eradicated off the map, wiped off the census. I could go on. And then, the torturous, 20-30 minutes it took for me to get a voodoo doll. I don't really know how fast this is. I think this is at 200 or 300% speed, but it took so long. Please save my captivated soul. I feel like I was actually in hell. It was torture, but then finally I found a voodoo demon, killed the voodoo demon, gathered the voodoo doll, and threw it in lava, and summoned the Wall of Flesh. Thus, it is now ended. We are now at the end. We have defeated the wall of flesh and entered hard mode. This video's taken me a little while to make, from learning how to edit, from trying to figure out all the music I want, from like a lot of stuff. It's been a very long journey, and I'm happy that I can share my experience of pre-hard mode Calamity. Hard mode video I'll be working on now. Yay. But anyway, I guess if I reach like 200 subscribers, I'll show my kneecaps. Have a good rest of your day.